as we all understand, AI agents are the next step in the evolution of generative AI. And we are talking about AI agents where, as a piece of software that's able to intelligently think for itself and attend to open-ended questions, uh, reason on them, create a plan as to how it can assist with that particular request, and then go ahead and take all necessary actions that would be relevant in helping resolve or answer the query. So, it's sort of a very, very broad definition. That is why you see, platforms like Agent Force and equivalent platforms uh, applying this logic to build AI agents or for various different use cases. When you talk about support agents, support AI agents are sort of like more purpose built and are actually focused on how can I help my customer and by resolving their requests, right? Um, a lot of the same principles apply. You don't know ahead of time what is the nature of the request the customer is placing, and you don't know ahead of time if there is like a specific way that you can answer and resolve that request, right? So this is where AI agents come in, and the first thing that they're doing is, of course, they are trying to, because they are being trained on the company information, they are now trying to find relevant information that can help answer the customer's question, right? So intelligently search through company data and all of the company knowledge to see if there is an answer that it can construct for them, ChatGPT style. The second step, of course, is to go beyond that and see, are there some actions that I can take? Because these AI agents are deeply embedded within your existing company applications. If somebody is saying, hey, can you help me reset my password? It's going beyond providing instructions, and it's actually connecting to your systems and taking action on behalf of the user, right? Sometimes these actions are a simple API call to fulfill that request. Sometimes it's much more than that. It's able to retrieve information from a multitude of systems, take action in some of them, and then put them all together and reason on the responses that it has collected so far, iterate to see if that's sufficient to answer the user's customer's question, and then send the response back to them. So, being smart about how it orchestrates all of the available skills that are provided to the AI agents, and with the sole purpose of being able to resolve the customer's query, right? So that's where, it's able to take these intelligent actions. And of course, AI agents are not able to, are not going to be able to do 100% of the work. They are going to be able to seamlessly work with your existing teams. So if you have, more complex, nuanced requests coming in, which the agent is not prepared to answer, it needs to be able to hand it over to the team seamlessly. And when I say seamlessly, we are talking about how much information can it collect, what additional information it's able to figure out from whatever knowledge it has, putting all of that together so it makes life slightly more easier for the human agents who come in and take up that particular issue. So how do these AI agents work, right? So these AI agents are obviously, working behind the scenes, but the first step in making an AI agent work is to be able to train it on your company data. So you are providing information, like in case of Slack, you're providing all of the Slack channel data. So the agents are going through channel by channel, understanding all of the conversations that have happened to see if it can find and identify question answer patterns that it can use to answer anything that comes up in the future, right? So that's the first step. Slack conversations, Google Drive, Notion, Confluence, all kinds of other additional documentation that you may have in your files, in your websites, also in your ticketing systems. If you have a ticketing, if you have a ticketing system, let's say Jira, ServiceNow, Salesforce, or Zendesk, it's able to learn from all of the past conversations that have happened in those ticketing systems, and it's now equipped to answer the user's questions. Where are the customers' questions coming from? If you're talking about an IT support system, it might be a Slack channel, or it might be a Teams, or an internal support portal. Or if you're talking about a customer support, it might be a website or a mobile app, right, where you're able to intercept the customer's question, and based on the company's knowledge that the agents are trained on, it's able to provide these answers. So you can think of this as being like a junior support agent. So if you hire somebody new into a support role, you are providing them with documentation. You are providing them with SOP. You are providing them with all of the past information about how customers how the team has answered customer queries. So exactly the same process. Now you're able to provide it to the AI agent and train it, and have it answer the questions in the future. So as I said, there are three very important steps when it comes to building a very effective AI support agent. Its ability to search through wide variety of company data and answer the questions. And number two, is it able to connect your existing applications and take action, right, in real time on your behalf and provide answers. And number three, is it able to seamlessly hand over to the support team. So let's take a quick look at a demo of how this will work. So what you're seeing here is a IT support agent that is built on Enjo support agent platform. And in this support agent, you are able to ask questions that it can answer in so many different ways. Let's ask some question. In this case, somebody's asking about how can I get Wi-Fi password for guests. It's finding information from the company knowledge base. It's picked up information from multiple sources. These are Google Docs, Confluence Docs, and other places. And it's put together an answer 100% grounded on company information. So none of this information is coming from the internet or any of the language models training data. It's 100% grounded on company information. So there are various other examples. People might ask, it can still find information from a variety of different knowledge sources. Um, and then there are some examples where it's able to find answers, not just find answers, but it's able to take action. So some examples here, you can see somebody asking, hey, I need access to Microsoft Office. And this can be any system. This is a provisioning example, right? So you might be asking the support team, hey, I need access to Salesforce. I need access to Figma. So when you ask a provisioning request, the provisioning request typically requires you to file a ticket, some human taking a look at it, and going through the approval process, and then eventually someone provisioning the access for you. In this case, the entire process of provisioning has been automated. The AI agent is now executing a piece of code, going into the relevant systems to provision access for you, and then you have the response in natural language. So it's actually taking action. So some other examples here, if somebody's asking for a password reset, it can do that. Someone's asking for adding to an email alias. You join a marketing team, you want to be added to marketing at companydomain.com, you can do that. All of this can be fully automated, uh, and the AI agents can take action on your behalf. And finally, you want the agents to seamlessly hand over to humans. So when you ask a question, for example, where you want a replacement of your monitor, you want a bigger one, or your one is repair your current one. You can see that in this case, it figured out that it's something that needs a ticket, and some team needs to look into this. And when you confirm that, it will open up a form. So let's look at this example, but from within the context of Slack, right? So if the same request were to happen inside Slack, let's say in this case, somebody asked for some information, you got all of the answers directly inside Slack. However, I'm not satisfied, right? I'm not very satisfied with this answer. It's not helping me. So I want the team to look into it. So I give feedback, it triggers a request to the team. And when I say, yes, I want to submit this request to the team, it opens up the form. So this form is similar to what you would see inside your ticketing system, but now it is fully baked inside Slack. So what you're seeing here is a smart interlinking of the AI capabilities of AI agents with deep integration into your ticketing system, right? So this is where you see the difference between a generic AI agent vis-a-vis AI agent that's purpose built for a support help desk, right? So it goes very deep into this use case. It's now creating, and you can see here that it's automatically figured out that it's a guest Wi-Fi request. Now I can summon this request. It creates it in your ticketing system. All the while, you're still in the Slack channel, right? As an end user, you did not have to navigate away from Slack. You are reporting this issue. Maybe you submit some additional details. All of that can be tracked in your ticketing system, and everything is in sync in real time. So if somebody says that, yeah, this is now resolved, and you can see that it updates over here directly in Slack. It's also nicely asking for feedback. A CSAT feedback request is coming up. You can provide the feedback here. This is submitted into your ticketing system as well. So end-to-end experience for the employees in this case, directly inside Slack. You don't have to lease Slack for any reason. You get the AI-powered AI-powered answers. You get AI taking action on your behalf, and if none of that is helping resolve, you're able to seamlessly transfer it to a human team, and they are working closely with you, and then until the issue is resolved, collecting feedback, all of that 100% within Slack. So that's the power of bringing AI agents into Slack. And you can see all of these key capabilities of AI agents in action. Now it goes beyond that. You're able to do much more than what you saw in the demo right now. You can, like I said, have the AI agent learn from past conversations in Slack. You can build emoji-driven actions. And what's a Slack demo without emojis, right? So let's take a look what happens if I drop an emoji. So if somebody's asking a question here, and let's say, I want to create a ticket for this. All I have to do is just drop emoji, and the emoji starts the ticket creation process. And you can see here that the ticket is created, and I can have further interactions here. And the same process, right? So you can just use emojis. You can have any custom emoji here based on what your team likes to take these actions in Slack channels. And you can also have alerts sent in Slack. If you're a support team right now, you can send alerts to your team members saying, hey, these are the open issues and that needs attention. And nicely, beautifully formatted reports and alerts are delivered into Slack channels where your team members can take action. So that's about it. And this is something that is currently live. You can see Enjo AI agents deployed at a lot of our customer sites today. Delivery Hero is one example. They are headquartered in Europe, but they have subsidiaries across the world. Some total of 95,000, in excess of 95,000 employees. They all have a common set of Slack channels where they're reporting issues, right? So, this is something that's deployed at scale now. So you have, tens of thousands of employees making ID support requests, HR requests, all kinds of operational requests in the Slack channel. And, the AI agent is able to intercept that, see if it's able to answer, see if it's able to take action and resolve it. If not, seamlessly hand over to the human team, right? So this is something that's possible at Delivery Hero or any other company similar with a similar configuration. So it's deployed at tons of other organizations today. And we've been doing this for over 6 years, and now, of course, with generative AI, Enjo AI agents are way more powerful, bringing a lot more value to our customers. And these are some of the customers that are still working with us, and super proud to have them actually like their experience working with our teams. This is all we do: build AI agents, and we build AI agents for support. Anybody who is looking at deploying AI agents today in their environments can look at, of course, Salesforce's Agentforce and other more focused point solutions like Enjo AI agents. Irrespective of what you choose, AI agents are here and they are going to be around for a considerable amount of time, and they're going to get more and more powerful, and they're going to be deployed for more and more use cases. So if you are not already either considering or using an AI agent, I highly recommend that. Salesforce's Agentforce is a great place to start. You can look at what's possible there, and for use cases that are more specific and more deeper into IT or support automation, you can look at Enjoy AI agents and like.